In this soothing bedtime story, Sunny the chick and Daffy the duck embarks on a gentle adventure to help a lost lamb, Lily, find her way back to her flock. Set in a peaceful meadow and a mysterious forest, the tale unfolds over 4 interconnected chapters, each filled with long, engaging dialogue and ambient scene descriptions. Along their journey, they meet new friends, face small challenges, and learn soft lessons about friendship, courage, and kindness. Perfect for children drifting off to sleep, the story builds toward a peaceful, heartwarming conclusion.
Chapter 1: A Cry for Help. The meadow stretched out like a soft green blanket under the setting sun. Wildflowers swayed gently, their colors, yellows, purples, and pinks, glowing in the fading light. The air carried the sweet scent of lavender, and crickets began their evening song, a quiet hum that blended with the rustling of leaves in the breeze. It was a warm summer evening, the kind where the world felt still and safe. Sunny, a small yellow chick with bright, curious eyes, pecked at the ground, searching for seeds. Beside her waddled Daffy, a fluffy white duck with a playful bounce in his step, practicing his quacks. "Quack, quack, quack," he sang softly, his voice echoing across the meadow. Sunny looked up and giggled. "You sound like a little bird orchestra, Daffy. Maybe you should join the crickets tonight." Daffy flapped his wings proudly. "Maybe I will. Imagine me leading the meadow choir under the stars." Their laughter was cut short by a faint, trembling sound, a soft bleating coming from the tall grass near the forest's edge. Sunny's feathers ruffled. "Did you hear that?" Daffy tilted his head, listening carefully. "Yes, it sounds like someone's crying. Let's go see." They pushed through the grass, their tiny feet brushing against the cool blades, until they found a small lamb huddled behind a bush. Her wool was tangled with twigs, and her big eyes shimmered with tears. "Oh, you poor thing," Sunny said gently, stepping closer. "What's your name?" The lamb sniffled. "I'm Lily. I'm lost. I was chasing butterflies, and now I can't find my flock." Daffy waddled up beside her. "Don't worry, Lily. We'll help you find them. You're not alone anymore." Lily's ears perked up slightly. "Really? You'd do that for me?" "Of course," Sunny said, nuzzling Lily's woolly side. "It's okay to be scared, but we're here now. Let's figure this out together." "Where did you last see your flock?" Daffy asked, his voice calm and encouraging. Lily thought hard, her little brow furrowing. "Near the big oak tree, I think. But everything looks different now that the sun's going down." Sunny nodded. "Then let's start there. Maybe someone in the meadow has seen your flock." They began their search, walking slowly through the meadow as the sky turned a deep purple, dotted with the first twinkling stars. They came across a butterfly, her wings catching the last rays of sunlight. "Excuse me, butterfly," Daffy called politely. "Have you seen a flock of sheep today?" The butterfly hovered for a moment. "Yes, I saw them near the big oak tree this morning. They were grazing by the stream." With a flutter, she danced away into the dusk. "That's a good clue," Sunny said. "Let's head to the oak tree." As they approached the towering oak, its branches stretching wide like a protective canopy, they spotted a wise old owl perched on a low branch. His feathers glowed softly in the moonlight that was beginning to shine through the trees. "Mr. Owl," Sunny said, her voice respectful, "have you seen Lily's flock?" The owl opened one eye, then the other, peering down at them. Yes," he said in a deep, soothing tone. "The sheep often graze near the farm beyond the forest. I saw them heading that way earlier today." "That must be it," Daffy said excitedly. "Thank you, Mr. Owl." The owl blinked slowly. "You're welcome, little ones, but take care. A storm is coming. The wind's whispering about it, and the clouds are gathering. You'll need to find shelter soon." "A storm?" Lily asked, her voice quivering. "Yes," the owl replied. It's not here yet, but it's on its way. Be brave and stick together." Sunny gave Lily a reassuring smile. "Don't worry, Lily. We'll keep you safe." Daffy puffed out his chest. "We're brave adventurers. A little storm won't stop us." Lily managed a small smile. "Thank you, Sunny. Thank you, Daffy. I feel better with you here." With the meadow growing darker and the air cooling, they set off toward the forest, their hearts full of determination. The cricket's song followed them, a gentle lullaby as they began their journey to find Lily's home. Chapter 2. Into the Forest. The forest loomed ahead, its tall trees standing like silent giants under the deepening night sky. Moonlight filtered through the branches, casting silver patches on the ground, while the leaves rustled softly in the growing breeze. The air was cooler here, filled with the earthy scent of moss and pine. Sunny, Daffy, and Lily stepped carefully onto the winding path, the meadow's open spaces now behind them. "It's a little spooky," Lily whispered, staying close to Sunny. Sunny nodded, but kept her voice steady. "It's just different from the meadow. Look at how the moonlight dances on the leaves. It's kind of pretty, isn't it?" Daffy waddled ahead, his feathers ruffling with excitement. "It's an adventure! I bet there are all sorts of friends hiding in here." As if on cue, a cheerful voice chirped from above. "Hello there! What brings you to the forest?" They looked up to see a squirrel with a bushy tail scampering down a tree trunk. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Hi," Daffy said. "I'm Daffy. This is Sunny, and this is Lily. We're helping Lily find her flock. Do you know the way to the farm beyond the forest?" The squirrel grinned. "I'm Nutmeg, and yes, I know the way. I scamper all over this forest collecting nuts. Follow me. I'll show you." "Thank you, Nutmeg," Sunny said. "We'd love your help." Nutmeg led them deeper into the forest, her tail bouncing as she hopped from root to root. "Look at this," she said, stopping to point at a large spotted mushroom. "Isn't it amazing? It's been here forever, growing bigger every year." Lily peeked at it, her fear easing a little. "It's like a tiny umbrella for the bugs." "Exactly," Nutmeg giggled. "The forest is full of wonders. Over there's a stream where I wash my acorns, and up ahead is a tree with the best climbing branches." Daffy quacked happily. "I like this place already. Maybe I'll try climbing later, after we help Lily, of course." As they walked, Nutmeg chattered on, telling them about her adventures. "One time I found a shiny pebble by the stream. I thought it was a treasure, but it was just a rock. Still, I kept it. It's in my nest now." Sunny smiled. "That sounds special. You're a great guide, Nutmeg." Suddenly, they came across a patch of muddy ground with faint hoof prints. "Look," Daffy said, pointing with his wing. "Those could be sheep tracks." Lily's eyes widened. "They look like my flock's prints. Can we follow them?" "Let's do it," Nutmeg said, scampering ahead. "They're heading this way." They followed the prints, weaving through the trees as the wind grew stronger, whistling through the branches. The sky darkened, and the first rumbles of thunder echoed in the distance. Sunny glanced up. "The storm Mr. Owl warned us about. It's getting closer." Lily shivered. "What if it catches us?" Daffy put a wing around her. "We'll find shelter. We're a team, remember?" Just then, Nutmeg spotted a small cave nestled between two rocks. "Over there," she called. "It's a perfect hiding spot." They hurried inside, their footsteps muffled by the soft earth. As they ducked into the cave, the first drops of rain pattered against the leaves outside, and the wind howled like a lullaby turning wild. "We made it," Sunny said, catching her breath. "Good eyes, Nutmeg." Nutmeg twirled her tail. "I know all the best places. Now we can wait out the storm together." The cave was small but cozy, its walls smooth and cool. The sound of rain tapping the forest floor drifted in, a steady rhythm that mixed with the rustling leaves. they settled down, safe and warm, ready to wait out the night's storm. Chapter 3. Shelter from the Storm. Inside the cave, the world felt snug and secure. The rain drummed steadily outside, a soft patter that echoed off the stone walls, while flashes of lightning lit the entrance in brief, gentle glows. The air smelled of damp earth and moss, and the rustling of leaves carried on the wind sounded like a whispered song. Sunny, Daffy, Lily, and Nutmeg weren't alone. A family of rabbits peeked out from the shadows, their ears twitching with curiosity. "Welcome to our home," said the mother rabbit, her voice warm and kind. "I'm Rose. These are my little ones, Thistle and Clover. Please make yourselves comfortable." "Thank you, Rose," Sunny said, her feathers settling. "We're so glad to find a safe place." Daffy waddled forward. "I'm Daffy, this is Sunny, Lily, and Nutmeg. We're on a journey to help Lily find her flock, but the storm caught us." Rose smiled. "You're welcome to stay as long as you need. Storms can be loud, but they always pass." Lily huddled closer to Sunny, her wool damp from the rain. "It's so noisy out there. I miss my mama." Sunny wrapped a wing around her. "I know it's scary, Lily, but we're all here together. Let's make it fun while we wait. Maybe tell some stories." Thistle, the smallest rabbit, hopped forward. "I love stories. Can you tell one about the meadow?" Daffy grinned. "Oh, I've got one. Once I tried to swim across the pond with a leaf as a boat. It worked until a frog hopped on and we both sank, plop, right into the water." Clover giggled. "Did the frog say sorry?" "Nope, but he taught me how to hop, so we're friends now." Nutmeg joined in. "I've got a forest story. One day I climbed the tallest tree to see the sunrise. The sky turned all golden, and I felt like I was flying." "That sounds beautiful," said Rose. "Lily, do you have a story?" Lily thought for a moment, her voice soft. "My flock likes to sleep under the stars. One night, I saw a shooting star. Mama said it means something special is coming." Sunny smiled. "Maybe it meant we'd find you and help you home." As the stories flowed, Rose brought out a small pile of dried berries. "A little snack to share," she said. "It's not much, but it's sweet." They nibbled the berries, their laughter filling the cave. The thunder rumbled, but it seemed farther away now, less frightening with friends around. Daffy started a song, his quacks turning into a gentle tune. "Rain, rain, falling slow, making rivers flow and flow." The rabbits joined in, their voices high and sweet, and soon Lily hummed along, her fear melting away. In the warmth of the cave, surrounded by song, she suddenly perked up. She said, "I remember something. My flock was going to the big red barn. I can see it in my head. A big, bright barn near a field." "That's wonderful, Lily," Sunny said. "That must be the farm Mr. Owl told us about." Daffy nodded. "When the storm's gone, we'll head straight there." The rain began to soften, the wind calming to a whisper. Rose peeked outside. "It's passing now. The forest will be fresh and quiet soon." They thanked the rabbits, their hearts lighter after the shared stories and songs. As they stepped out, the air was cool and clean, the ground sparkling with raindrops under the moonlight. The storm had left behind a peaceful stillness, and they continued their journey with hope guiding their steps. Chapter 4. The Reunion. The forest glistened after the storm, the leaves dripping with raindrops that caught the moonlight like tiny stars. The path was muddy, but the air was fresh, filled with the scent of wet pine and earth. Sunny, Daffy, Lily, and Nutmeg pressed on, the promise of the big red barn pulling them forward. The night was quiet now, save for the gentle chirping of crickets and the occasional hoot of an owl. They came to a fallen tree blocking the path, its branches tangled and heavy with water. Lily's ears drooped. "Oh no! How will we get past this?" Sunny studied it carefully. "Don't worry, Lily. We'll figure it out together." "Daffy, can you fly up and see if there's a way around?" Daffy flapped his wings and soared above the tree. "There's a little gap on the left," he called down. "It's narrow, but we can squeeze through." Nutmeg scampered ahead. "I'll check it out." She darted through the gap and popped out on the other side. "It's perfect! Come on!" Sunny guided Lily, her voice steady. "Take it slow, one step at a time. You can do it." Lily nodded, her hooves slipping a little in the mud, but with Sunny's encouragement and Daffy's cheerful quacks, she made it through. "I did it," she said, her eyes bright. "You're so brave," Daffy said, landing beside her. "We're almost there. I can feel it." The path grew wider, and soon they emerged from the forest. Ahead stood the farm, its big red barn glowing softly in the moonlight. Sheep dotted the field, their wool pale against the dark grass. "That's it!" Lily cried, her voice trembling with joy. "That's my home!" She ran ahead, bleating loudly. "Mama! Mama!" A large sheep turned, her eyes widening. "Lily! Oh, my sweet lamb!" She trotted over, nuzzling Lily as the little lamb buried herself in her mother's wool. Sunny and Daffy watched, their hearts swelling. Lily's mother looked at them. "Thank you, dear friends. You brought my Lily back to me. You're true heroes." Sunny smiled shyly. "We're just glad she's safe." Daffy quacked happily. "It was an adventure, and we made lots of friends along the way." Nutmeg twirled her tail. "I better get back to my nest. Those acorns won't collect themselves. Goodbye, Lily. Visit me sometime." "Goodbye, Nutmeg. Thank you for everything." As Nutmeg scampered off, Sunny and Daffy said their farewells. "Take care, Lily," Sunny said. "Sleep well under the stars tonight." "I will, and I'll tell my flock all about you." The journey back to the meadow was peaceful. The moon hung high, casting a silver glow over the fields. They crossed a small stream, its water gurgling softly, and Daffy couldn't resist a quick splash. "Look at me, Sunny! I'm a moonlit swimmer," he said, sending droplets flying. Sunny laughed. "You're silly, Daffy, but I'm glad you're my friend." They reached the meadow as the night grew still, the wildflowers closing up for sleep. Settling into their nests, they looked up at the starry sky. "I'm proud of us," Sunny said softly. "We helped Lily and learned how strong we can be together." Daffy yawned. "Yep, friendship makes everything better." "Good night, Sunny." "Good night, Daffy. Sweet dreams."